and welcome to another Warped Ones battle report in the boarding action arena. Live from the ultimate recording studio known as
Sean's living room.
Sean's living room. Yes, welcome. It's the ultimate place, believe me. The coffee is free, which is always a bonus.
For some of us, not
yeah.
for me.
So welcome to our next boarding actions report, where we have an exciting matchup. I'm really looking forward to this. Two of the Emperor's finest going head to head. We have the almighty Custodes versus the psychic might of the Grey Knights, and we are playing an interesting mission today, and hopefully we've got a lot of fun and a lot of rolling of ones coming up.
It's what we do.
Exactly. So before we begin the game, let's go and have a look at the armies and the mission that we'll be playing today. Okay, so let's have a little look at the armies we're bringing today.
So, first of all, we have got some Adeptus Custodes. As you can tell, they're not all painted. In fact, most of them aren't. But what we are doing today with our Custodes, we are running the shield host of Dread Host, which is, if I'm within 9 inches, any Custodes models gets an additional AP to their weapons, and I can reroll charge rolls made for the unit. Okay, so what I've got here, 1 unit of 3 Custodian Guard, all with spear. Okay, they've all got the spears. I've got a unit of 3 Custodian Guard here, 2 with spear and 1 with shield. So the shield gives me a +1 to my save. Okay, at the back here, I've got 2 separate units of Alaris Custodians, and they can deep strike from the Emperor's Golden Light, should I so wish. And then my Warlord today is a shield captain with Guardian Spear and Misericordia. He has got the enhancement to give him, once per battle, he can give himself a 3-up invuln. So we're going to run with that one today and see how we go with that. With Custodes, they've all got 2-up saves, 4-up invulns, and 6-up feel no pains to mortals. So hopefully I roll lots and lots of 6s, something that we're known for with war points.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, and they're going to be facing off against 500 points on the nose of Grey Knights. We are fighting to see who is the best teacher's pet for the Emperor, and the Grey Knights, with their psychic shenanigans, are wanting to be that. So I am playing the Prescient Brethren today, which means that gives me the psychic power of Fatal Precognition on a warp charge value of 5. Basically, if manifested, I can select 1 enemy unit within 12 inches of the Psyker, and then until the start of my next psychic phase, each time the enemy makes a normal move, advance, fall back, or charge, I roll a d6, and on a 4 or 5, the enemy suffers d3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it suffers 3 mortal wounds, but it can only be selected once per phase due to the boarding actions rules. So my Warlord, let's start with my Warlord today. Here he is, freshly painted, huzzah, is the Librarian. And he's coming today with Purifying Flame for 3 mortal wounds. He's coming with Sanctuary to give a unit of 4-up invulnerable, and he obviously has Smite and Fatal Precognition as well. He's just armed with a Nemesis Warding Stave and a Melter Gun, Combi Bolt Gun Melter Gun, so that'll be interested to see if that makes any sort of good stuff. He's joined today by the big boys. He's brought some chunky friends along, and it's his Brotherhood Terminator squad. They're all armed with halberds, actually 4 armed with halberds, and the leader, actually, I had enough points to squeeze in a Nemesis Demon Hammer for a Strength 8 -2 3 damage beast. But I do have to subtract 1 from my attack roll when I go for that, but it's worth it for the extra power. So they're hopefully going to be doing some good work in there, and they've got the Brotherhood power of Hammer Hand, where they can actually re-roll the wound roll if that goes off. Then we've got at the front here, we've got a unit of strikes. It's a strike squad. They've got the Hammer Hand as well, and they are all armed with the swords today, Nemesis swords, which would be cool. And those are giving, those are giving some good AP on that. And then we've got finally the Interceptor squad. They've got the power of the Ethereal Castigation, where they can shoot and then make a normal move afterwards. And they've got the once per battle ability to actually move through walls and other models like they aren't there. So that is my 500 points of Grey Knights. The mission we're playing today, as we look across the table, is the mission from the Arcs of Roman Abaddon book, and it is Power Struggle. And so what we've got is we have got a load of objectives on the table. Just realizing we need an objective in the middle, which by the time you watch us play this game, it will magically appear. Magic, by the light of magic. So we've got 4 objectives, and if you imagine that these 4 objectives are actually going to be contained by touching a power line, which is going around in a circle. And so what we get is we get our bonus points. We get 5 points for holding more, 5 points for holding 2, 5 points for holding more. But also we get an extra 5 points if we're holding 2 objectives which are directly linked by the power lines going in a circle. So if we, for example, holding this one and this one, we get 5 more. This one and this one, 5 more, and so on. So we've got to try and disrupt each other to do that. And our end game objective today is to cut off the head. We get 10 victory points if we destroy the enemy warlord. So a good one in the bag. The Grey Knights and the Custodes fighting over the power lines of the desolate spaceship in order to gain control and prove who is the Emperor's choice when it comes to his fighters. Okay, so that's the army missions. And now let's look at how we have set out to deploy today. So for the Grey Knights, I've decided, let's see if this works out, to keep the interceptor squads here. They are going to be in my teleportarium. They can come down anywhere from turn 2 to come and cause some shenanigans, hopefully in the back lines and things like that. A strike squad is deployed here and ready to move out onto hopefully this objective and capture it. And then coming over here, you can see I have deployed the big chunky boys, the Terminators, as well as my Warlord of the Librarian hiding in here. Over for the Custodes, what do we have?
So we've got in my teleportarium, we've got one of the hilarious custodians, one of my really chunky boys. Make your chunky boys look like children. And then I've got a unit of 3 custodian guard here, ready to push forward onto objectives. We've got another unit of 3 at the back here, ready to push forward onto this objective. And then over here by the door, we've got my Warlord of a Shield Captain, and next to him, his Alaris Custodian there as well. So let's see whose chunky boys are the chunkiest.
Exactly. So
it's the Custodes chunky.
It's set up for a good game today. So we're going to roll to see who goes first. Today, I'm using some Warped One's bright green dice.
And I am using some probably more Warped One's dark green dice.
So if you're voting for the Grey Knights to win today, look for the light green Warped. Here we go.
And if you don't care, just vote green.
It's a 1!
It's a 6!
See, I'm better at Warped Ones than you, and I'm already winning the competition.
You are winning the competition of who rolls
I won
the
title.
One.
I won that title today. I won that title today. Okay, so we are nicely set up, ready to go for this. You can see how we're ready to go. So we are looking at Custodes starting to come on to their turn 1. We both get a command point, taking us up to 2. And we go, first of all, with the Custodes turn 1.
So for my turn 1, my martial guitar for this turn, I'm in Conservai and I'm in stance 1, which means I can advance or fall back and still do an action. So that is quite useful, being able to advance and do an action. So here we go. Let's start getting some movement. These guys are going to come up just round to here. We are going to roll an advance roll for our Custodian Guard over at the back corner here. It's another 6. I don't think I've ever rolled 2 6s in a row, but that gives us a lovely big 12-inch movement. So we're just going to pop out here an inch, and then we've got a nice big run up here. Okay, just to get nice and tight onto that objective there, and we then got up to here. My shield captain just going to tuck himself in behind there, the custodian there. He's gonna come tuck himself in just behind there. Okay, and now at the end of my movement phase, the couple of actions I'm going to do, we're going to, with both of these units, make these of sticky objectives. So we can take those, hold those ones, make them sticky, and my shield captain is going to open the door right into his custodian guard face. That's, yeah. So we've got a door open, we've got two objectives that are sticky. So from there, we shall see. That's going to end my turn. Quick and easy as that. Playing a little bit cagey. Don't want to push it too far. Want to make sure I'm holding these backline objectives. And we shall go from there.
Oh, wow. So already I'm feeling the pressure. Feeling the pressure as we go. It looks like a nice big whole hodgepodge of custodies are coming up the board. By making that into sticky, then already I know that that means there's nothing stopping them from coming to get me, apart from, hence why I put my unit of interceptors into the teleportarium, because he's more than welcome to move off of those objectives. However, hopefully I can nip back behind them and try and steal it if I can. So let's have a little go at doing some measuring. Can I borrow your tape measure? Because
he's not a Warhammer player.
I left it in the bag. I left it in the bag. I'll go and get it in a second. But I'll get moving for now. So what we're going to do is we are going to. This is going to be a little bit interesting for me. My issue here.
Real Warhammer players have two tape measures.
Yeah, no,
so
I've got mine, but it's in the bag over the other side of the room. So I am a bit worried. If I move these guys here, over here, and onto this objective, so just talking through my thought process, really. I don't know if it's interesting or not, but hey, we'll do that. If I move these guys up to here, the issue I've got is I've got two very strong units, which are going to be coming up to collect this. So I've got a choice of, if I come up here, I can make it sticky, but on the next turn he's coming through, and I've got a charge to deal with, which, let's be honest, I'm not sure my strikes are going to be wanting to deal with that. But on the same time, if I don't take that objective, I'm going to be in a fair amount of trouble. So we are going to have a little go and think about what to do. Before that, I'm going to, I think, do an advance roll for my Terminators a second. Lead for the ones. Luckily,
I've got some.
I didn't say. Luckily, I'm in the tide of celerity, which means that rolls of 1, 2, and 3 count as 3 for my advanced rolls and charge rolls. It's not going to do much of a difference, I don't think. So they've got a movement of 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, we might just make it into range. We might just make it into range here. So we're moving up. We did just about make it into range. So we can move over. And we can move over.
Grey Knights having the object terminators that can make objectives sticky.
That's the plan for now. That is the plan for now. So that would be quite good. So these guys are coming up the board. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to bring my librarian out to over here for a second, because I do quite like the idea of line of sight. If we can't do anything here and they want to come out, then it can be. Oh, actually, let's just have a little look at this. This could be wishful thinking right here. Ooh, I'm going to say it's wishful thinking, but I like wishful thinking every now and then. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to just decide what to do with these boys a second. We are going to. Yes, I'm going to, let's try it and see what happens. These guys have got 6-inch movement. So I'm going to advance them, and let's see if this works a second. So I'm going to advance. It's something other than a 1, which we quite like. So I'm actually going to move. These guys are going to come up. They've got 6. So I just rolled, so I could do move 10. Not sure I want to move 10 at this moment in time. What's the movement on your guys over on this side?
6 inches for the custodian guard.
6
Everything.
Can they
6
advance
inches.
and shoot? Have they got those sorts of weapons?
No, they have not got those sorts of weapons.
Okay, so what we might do then is we might.
They might. I might have a way of doing it. I don't know the custodians well enough to do it.
That's all right.
No. Not off the top of my head, I've not got like an advance and shoot or anything like that.
Okay, well that's good. So you shouldn't, you naughty little custodians.
No, I can do an action in shooting, but I can't advance and shoot.
So, just to talk about my way of thinking, and I have no idea if this is the right thing to do or not, but I am now going to set these guys up. I'm not going to capture objective. I'm going to go for a bit of a longer game mode on this one. So I'm not going to capture that objective for now. I'm going to basically put that into a little bit of a, if he wants to open a door, by all means, come and get it, open the door. But then I've got them and my stuff, which is going to be dropping down. So all I'm going to do to finish off my turn is I am going to get my Terminators making this objective sticky, and I'm going to pray to the Emperor that I made the right choice on that one. I'm trying for shenanigans instead of just brute force because, Grey Knights are very good, but I don't think I can brute force the Custodes too well. So on to Custodes turn 2.
Custodes turn.
We all get an extra command point up
Going
to
up
4.
4 command points. So I think for my stance, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, and I think this may be a little bit early, but I'm going to give it a go. I've got an idea. I'm moving into stance 2 of Salvus. And what that means is if I don't advance, what I can do in my, if I don't advance in my movement phase, what I can do is shoot twice with my auric weapons in my shooting phase. So, if we move up here, let's have a little looky-loos. If we move up, we're going to be directly in sight of those psychic powers, which are going to have, at a guess, are they an 18-inch range on your psychic powers on most of them?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a 5-inch movement?
I've got 5-inch movement.
Which gives you 23 inches in total. So I could move forward up here.
Yeah.
If I stay out here, there we go, then you cannot. Have you got anything that's longer than 18 inches on your psychic powers?
Let's just have a look. No, my purifying flame is 9 inches. No, my smite is 18. Oh, I forgot to do something.
If you would like to take it back, then by all means, go ahead and do it. That's how we do it on Warp Ones.
We
Forget
do.
something.
We love it. So
we're not that worried.
What I am going to do is the psychic power I've got to do. Now, I don't judge me.
It's quite a big one. He's playing a psychic army, and he forgets a psychic phase.
It would be a running joke that I am awful at forgetting the psychic phase. I'm just going to roll. Oh dear, this is why you play with friends, so they forgive you for every rubbish move you do. I'm going to roll a 6, hopefully, for Sanctuary, which I do, which means that the Terminators have a 4 up in Von. I knew there was something I forgot. You're a gentleman for letting me do that, sir. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Never a chore. You are most welcome, sir. Like we say, we make several mistakes here.
We're here for fun. Here for fun.
Ones, we are here for fun. We do not mind that whatsoever.
Oh, what's that range?
24.
Oh, you're just out.
Am I just out? Oh, I've got a little bit because I moved.
Oh, well, I don't think I'll allow that.
Move from there.
So of course.
I think I'm just a little bit. The idea is I want to get 2 of them in range. I'm not going to get all 3 of them because that's going to push the other one into 23 inches. So he would be in and he's in. There we go.
Yeah. So I just not that I think I'm going to plan to do it, but just remember you can advance and still do psychic.
That is a very good point. I did forget that, but hey ho, we've got to play the game. And if I just let you get away with doing whatever you want, then I'm pretty good at doing anything.
Feel free to let me do whatever I want.
This unit now. So points-wise, I do score 10 for holding 2 objectives. Do I score more because I hold more than you?
Yes, you do.
And then I score an additional 5 because I have 2 objectives that are connected by power lines. So I'm going to score the max of 20 on that.
Very nice, sir. Very nice.
So that's quite nice. What we're going to come over here, we're just going to come up over here like this. And they're going to just get ready there. And I'm not going to make that charge at all. And he's over there and he was in line of sight. So this guy's just going to come out over here. So he can't be seen and targeted by those psychic powers. Now, what I'm going to do, and this is the Danga play, the Danga play, is see if we can drop. There's only one model. And I've got two choices of whether I try and kill something or whether I go for an objective. And quite frankly, there we go. So I am 9 inches, or I could do it this way actually. That would probably make it a little bit easier to see. There we go. 9 inches away there. And because of my Dread Host's shield host, I get an additional point of AP. Because of my martial guitar, because I haven't advanced, I can shoot twice with my auric weapon. So I'm going to get a couple of shots off on those. I can re-roll my charge rolls as well because of my shield host. So potential that we can get in there, do some damage.
That's some hideous shenanigans.
See what we can do. Mr. Simon wants to play the shenanigan game. I will see what the Custodes can do on the shenanigan game whilst muscling him out because we come from the Emperor's butt cheek.
So that's a painful thing to go through in turn 2.
Yes. So first of all, the Custodian Guard over here are going to fire into the Terminators. So I've only got 2 in range. They're rapid fire weapons, so there's no way I'm in rapid fire range. So I'm only getting 2 shots here, but I can do it twice. So I'm hitting on 2s. They both hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, so I'm wounding on 2s. So they both wound at -1. So only a 3-up save.
Save them both.
Oh, look at that. He doesn't roll 1s now, does he?
Save them both.
And then we'll do it exactly the same because I've got my guitar, so they both hit and they both wound. So another 2 at -1.
Ooh, what's the damage on that one?
2 damage.
Going to. I'm going to CP. It'd be good to keep him going just for a little bit longer. So let's see if I can CP reroll that. Which I do.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Right, that's fine. Expected. So, the Alaris Custodian over there with his Ballistus Grenade launcher to start with D3 shots. He gets the big 3.
What's the strength and damage?
Strength 5, -3, 1 damage. And because I'm the shield host of Dread Host, I'm within 9 inches.
You're not.
I'm not within 12, sorry.
Okay.
So, let me just double check that because now I've just questioned myself. Because that was silly, wasn't it? Dread Host. Each zone model within this trait makes an attack that target. Oh no, it's within 9. Okay, so I don't get that additional AP.
Ooh, but still strength 5. So I'm
still strength 5, but 1 damage.
Okay, so I am going to. How many shots?
So I've got 3 shots of this, and then I'm going to have rapid fire 1. So I'm going to have 2 shots with the Castellan Axe, and then I'm going to have another 2 shots with the Castellan Axe, which is strength 4 -1, 2 damage.
Okay, go for it.
Cool. So they all hit. Wounding on 3. And a 2 wound at -3.
-3?
Yep, on the Ballistus Grenade launcher.
Wowzers. Okay, so no. So they go through. How much damage?
2 each. No, 1 each, sorry. 1 each.
1 each. So that's 1 goes. So let's take out the one who's going to be the closest charge.
And then the Castellan Axe are going to be 2s. Best facing.
Yeah, best facing.
And then these are going to be strength 4. So 4s. 1 at -1.
1 at -1. Okay. 1 at -1. Yeah, it goes through.
It's 2 damage.
Boom. I should have said that. Put it here.
And now I'm going to do that again because the Castellan Axe is an auric weapon, so I can fire it twice. Oh, and this one I'm going to command point reroll that. Cool.
Interesting.
And another 4s. 2 more at -1.
1 goes through.
2 damage.
Oh my. So that is quite a painful one. So that's reduced my strike squad down to 2 men already without me having done anything at all, which makes me sad.
So now we're looking at quite a distance of a charge. Looking at a 10-inch charge there. So that's the end of my shooting. We will try and make that charge. Off the top of my head, I don't think I've got anything that's going to make that any better. Do do do. No, 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 no. Right. So let's see if we can make a 10-inch charge. We can reroll because of our dread host, shoot host. He makes it on 1.
You're joking.
A 6 and a 4 makes the 10-inch charge.
That is not very good.
So, Alaris Custodian getting in there.
And no.
Right. This is going to be unpleasant for you. It's only 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Strength 8. So we're going to be wounding on 2s. I do get that additional bit of AP though, because I'm within 9 inches. It doesn't specify ranged or melee. So if it's meant to, and I'm playing this wrong, please tell me. Between us, Simon's not played Grey Knights very much. I haven't played Custodes very much. These are very new to both of us, really. So we are going to get some mistakes, but we'll give it our best go. So Castella's axe hitting on 2s. Oh, do I want to CP reroll that? Kind of.
What's the strength on these ones?
8.
8. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to, just for fun, let's go. I'm going to go to
Transhuman?
Transhuman.
Okay. So I will CP reroll that one because it's a new face, so I can do it. A 1 to a 1. I'm catching up on the old.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Right, in that case, what this means is I need 4s to wound, 2 at -3.
Well, if I
With
could,
that, with the additional point of AP,
if I could roll a 6, that'd be nice. No, I didn't roll a 6,
2 damage each.
which means that they are all dead. Oh my!
All dead.
Now that
First blood to the Custodes. That custodian, Alaris Custodian, has earned his paycheck already. He's the Emperor's chosen boy.
that is a very painful. Yeah, that's a very painful one, really.
So at the moment, I'm going to end my turn there. I've tied up. So I'm still at my objectives. If he wants to drop his strikes, then good luck. Really. So we've taken 1 unit out. So hopefully we'll see where that goes with us. And yeah, over to Simon's turn 2 on the Grey Knights.
Oh my! Well, yeah. So we guys get a CP. That is painful to have lost that unit already. That's the trouble, isn't it? I suppose with having a small number of models like that. That actually one decent unit. One decent unit is right in there, so that's quite impressive. Let's see what we can do to pull this back. We have got some shenanigans still left on the table. It just depends on what we can possibly do now to make this work. So we're going to have to move slightly over towards here. It's very well played, sir. Very well played.
Well, I wasn't actually expecting to kill the whole thing, but now what I wanted to do is, make you come to me. I want you to be out in the open, so then I can make the charges and try and, I think I've sacrificed 1 custodian, but I think that's a pretty good trade-off.
Well, well, I don't know how you sacrificed because I've got nothing which can counterpunch. By me leaving them off the table, I must admit I didn't think about turn 2 him coming down so quickly and doing so much of an issue.
So the Master Guitar allowing me to shoot twice definitely helped.
So and that's only if you don't advance. So it means that you can just arrive from deep strike.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like if you don't move, you can do it. And
Definitely. So
it's a real powerful one, isn't it?
And
I've got no choice. I'm going to have to start doing stuff which is a little bit risky. And seeing because as soon as I move around the corner, he's going to come around the corner and he's going to cause me some problems. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I think we might. see if we can. So no advancing and charging and stuff.
No advancing and charging, no. Did I say that unit were opening the door? I did, didn't I?
I don't remember. If you said they are, then they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were opening that door. I can't honestly remember if I said that or not.
Okay, interesting.
Just while Simon's contemplating his ideas and his moves, please, if you haven't already, you've never seen us before, we have got a podcast available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. There's only 2 of us here today, but actually the Warped Ones is made up of 4 good friends who love to play Warhammer. And that's what we talk about in our podcast. So please, if you haven't, please check it out. More episodes incoming as soon as we can record them.
Absolutely.
Which, we're trying our best. We've got loads of boarding action games planned. So, this is now our 3rd stream. This will be the 2nd time you've seen the Custodes, 1st time you've seen the Grey Knights. But between the 4 of us, we have got nigh on nearly every army that you can get, apart from the various Space Marine factions, which we are working on with the upcoming release of 10th edition's box set. We will have then between potentially 4 armies worth of different Space Marines. So, loads of boarding actions coming up. We're on Discord. Check us out on Warped Ones. We're on Instagram. That's Warped Ones Gaming. We're on Facebook. We Twitch as well. So search for Warped Ones on Twitch. We go on there. We do just a bit of hobbying, hanging out, and have a bit of a laugh. We do some painting and do some chat like that. So please, if you haven't, and also leave us a like, leave us a comment. I mean, if you're really feeling generous, leave us a subscribe. That would be lovely. But that'd be great. All right, Simon, what are we thinking on our movement pace?
So we're ready to go. So we are going to get within 18.
You advancing?
No, because
you should be 24 inches away, and if you've got a 5-inch movement,
I'm 23 inches away.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. I mismeasured that. The plan was to be 24 inches away from the front two.
I'm still not sure I want to just put them out because then I've got an awful lot of issues with people coming around the corner and doing very long charges. So can you re-roll charges no matter what?
I can re-roll all my charges. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of my shield host. Part of the dread host is the additional point of AP within 9 inches and re-roll the charge roll.
Okay.
I was tempted to play Emperor's Chosen today, which is your 4-up feel no pain against mortal wounds, but I thought that was just a little bit of a
cheeky, sneaky,
unpleasant move on my part.
So I'm going to advance the Terminators.
No.
So these guys are actually going to come in here so that they can have line of sight. So I'm going to have to now get some shenanigans going. So we're going to now drop down. We're now going to drop down these guys, and these guys are actually going to drop down in here. So we're gonna try something.
Now I don't want to be. Do you have to drop down outside of 9 inches away?
Yes.
Or is it just outside 9 inches in line of sight?
It's out of 9 inches away. However, distance is measured
by walls.
So therefore, I can pop these guys down here, and there is no open door at the moment here. So it means that line of sight has to be distance has to be measured through and around, so they can drop in here.
Okay, fine.
So we're going to do that, and then we're going to also open the door, allowing these 2 units to see through. So we're going to do that, and you can see that we've had to change our sort of our plan a second, really. So if you can take a look, we're now looking through the door and seeing these guys had to change a plan. We've lost that side of the board. I don't have the speed or the power to take that back, so we're going to have to try and see if we can use his slow speed against him. So we start sweeping this way instead. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So we're going to go into our psychic stuff. what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all cast. Who is there? Just double check ranges.
I would have really liked. I really
That
could
would
have
be
just had them over here a bit, but then I wouldn't have been able to open the door. But if I'd had them there, that would have
Yeah.
made sense.
So there we go.
That would have made sense.
So,
Learning opportunities there.
so what we're going to do is we're going to first of all cast. I think we're going to cast Smite from the Terminator. You can see he's going to cast in there. So we're needing a 5 for that to go off.
Oh.
And so it goes wrong. I'm going to do that again because this is kind of what I desperately need. I almost saw a 6 then. Okay, so that's going to be D3 mortal wounds. Coming in, 2 mortal wounds.
So I do have, because I'm a Custodes, 6 up to no pain against mortals anyway. Oh, no, I'll take 2. So I've got, 1 down to 1 wound.
Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cast from the librarian. He's going to cast his purifying flame. Goes off, thankfully, on a 5.
On a 5.
So therefore, you take 3 mortal wounds, sir.
Oh.
I'm changing my dice.
So 3 6s. I saw 2.
Oh,
I saw 2 come up.
good,
Right.
that's good. Doing some
Take all
damage.
3. So we're going to kill 1.
And
we're going to take 1 down to 1 wound.
And we're smiting from for his second power, which obviously he's going to need a 6 to go off.
Ooh, yay, and just.
It's a super smite! Super smite!
Are you sure he can see my guy?
He declared his.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but
he would have declared it after I.
He can see. When I looked before, he can see through the door.
Right.
I mean, I'm more than happy to look. If you look, I can draw straight lines through those doors, straight at him from his base.
Okay.
There we go. See, always
Okay.
happy. Always happy.
That's fine.
Always happy.
No worries.
So always, and that's a good example, everybody. Always declare your intention when you start of who you can see before you do it, and then that helps to sort out. Okay, so super smite, D6 mortal wounds. Please.
I just would like to make one quick thing that we've forgotten, Simon. You did score 5 points. Have you put those 5 points?
I haven't. I shall do that in a second. Please, Emperor, be nice. I saw a 6. And after all of that, 2 mortal wounds. I can't read.
No, you can't re-roll that one, can you?
I don't think so.
No. I'm going to take 1 mortal wound from that.
That's painful.
So we're going to kill 1 guy, which is going to be this one at the front. He's there because we went down to the 1 wound remaining, so we've got the 1 left.
Okay, so and I'm pretty sure that I'm happy to say that I cannot see that one. But what I am going to do is just try to measure here if I can. That was the plan, which I can do because it goes through that door and through that door and to him. So I'm going to cast then one last psychic power from my guys who drop down. They don't need line of sight for it. This is going to be the Interceptor Squad, and we're going to cast Fatal Precognition. Going off on a 5. Let's see if it goes off first. It does on a 7. And what that means is that now for that unit, the lone guy, if he moves, falls back, advances, or charges, I roll a d6, and on a 4 or 5, he suffers d3 mortal wounds, and on a 6, he suffers 3 mortal wounds, trying to stop him from coming into my grill. So hopefully it feels like I've wrestled defeat away a little bit. I'm not sure it's going to help me in the long run, but I feel like I've wrestled defeat away with just a little bit of a change of tactic move there. And here we go on to Custodes' turn 3. 3. Now, the only issue I've got now is I am absolutely. I've just given myself extra point.
I'm going to score another 20 points there.
So this is where I'm. If I don't do something in this next turn, I am starting to really have some issues. So we shall see.
Right. So for my I'm going to go into, for my martial guitar, I'm going to go into stance 1 of Salvus, which gives me an extra 4 inches range on my weapons. But I don't think I'm really going to need it. And I don't want to get within the... Yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. So, as it's a risk, I know, but what I want to do is to try and get out of line of sight completely. I know I'm going to have to possibly take some mortal wounds, but he is just going to stand there. He's ready, just in case.
So he has moved.
Yeah.
He's moved. So this is where. Come on, 4 up. Oh, it's a 5. D3
If
mortal
he gets
wounds.
3, you can kill him. This could be a mistake.
It's a 2.
He's going to live. Am I going to shrug any of them? I don't. So he is alive, but he's on 1 wound.
Feel free to make a charge move after this.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't see anything anyway. The idea is that I can't see. You can't see. No way that you can see.
No.
Actually, just to make sure he's got the movement, just to come right down it. No. So, what I'm expecting though is for those strike squads to make their. Can they move through 2 walls or just 1?
Through 1, but luckily you opened the door for me.
That was a very good point. Yeah, that's true.
But there's still an awful lot which needs to happen for that to work.
Yeah, there is an awful lot. So, this guy can move 2 inches over to here, and then the rest of his 4-inch movement over to there, just to take that. So now what I'm trying to do, my aim here is, I am got a significant lead at the moment. I do what if I lose an objective at this point, I'm still going to hold 2, and I'm still going to hold 2 that are within range of the power lines there. So now my choice is whether I really want to risk those going forward, or whether I pull them back to open this door to come back round there if needs be. We don't have a lot of movement, but oh, 23 inches would get him. Oh, we can get him anywhere. Right. We're going to advance that unit of custodian guard.
Ooh. Here we go.
It's a 4. They've got a 10-inch movement. I can't do an action in advance though. So we're going to have to just playing the cagey game. We're going to come back over to here like that. Can't open the door this turn. Potentially next turn. There isn't a stratagem that allows you to open the door at the start of the phase, is it? It's an enhancement.
Yeah.
This custodian is just going to come round over to here. And then my warlord is going to pop out over here, just ready there. So, I am playing the cagey game at this point. It is a bit of a cagey game because I do not have much that can go up against those psychic powers that he's popping out left, right and centre. So I need to rely on a bit of shenanigans, a bit of movement, a bit of caginess to try and force him into the open to see what I can do with it from there.
I'm pretty sure the fact that I am so far behind already means that I'm just after glory now rather than victory.
Well, if you want to throw yourself in the open, let's do a warlord off, and we'll see who can win.
We will see how this works. So is that your turn done?
That's my turn done. Yeah.
Okay,
Turn 4, trust me, is going to be a lot more interesting because then I'll start throwing everything forward.
Well, we'll see. So we are now going to then, let's have a look and see. So I'm just going to start to measure out some of this. So really, it's this part here, which we're looking at. We've got a guy hiding in down here. and I need to try and remove him, get onto this objective, and also, if I can't take this center objective here, really, I'm going to struggle, and everything's ready to pounce on me, which is not a very healthy thing to be. So we could. So I haven't changed at the moment. I'm in my command phase. I haven't changed, or I haven't done my psychic power to change my tide. So at the moment, I've still got counts as 3. He's got a 5-inch movement. He's got a 5-inch movement, which means that if I got a 9-inch advance, which would be
4.
a 4 on my dice, he would be able to get there. So we're going to try and thread the needle here, people. You've never seen desperation like it. Here we go. So we're going to advance my warlord.
1. Whoopity ones, whoopity ones, ba ba ba, whoopity ones, whoopity ones.
We're going to spend a CP. You're going to be very surprised at that because I would really love this to work. We're looking for a 4.
It's a 2. It's not fun, is it?
That is not fun. That is a dice game which wants to haunt me. So that means that he's only actually going to get a 7-inch movement. He's not going to be able to get onto that objective, which makes me sad. That means that we're going to have to change. So he's going to have a 7-inch movement. So we're going to have to change this around slightly. Let us go for he's going to end up. Will he have any line of sight if he does that? No. So we are just going to pelt him down. He's coming out and he's going to come. Ooh. We have to make a move now. Yep. 7-inch. He's going to come over to here. So he's going to come over here. So he's moved around as we failed that. We're going to advance our Terminators as well. Let's see what our Terminators can do.
Well, it's safe to say you've officially won the Rolling Ones competition today.
Okay, so that makes me feel so warm and toasty inside. I really am not going to do anything with that movement in the slightest apart from cry. So we're coming out to play because we believe that that is what is the Emperor's will. We say, stuff it. We're going to just make this work because we believe. And now that means that, so you can see that these guys have now had to move out forward. And that means that I'm now going to have to do what I didn't really want to do. And that is move these guys from here. So I'm going to activate, if we have a look, I'm going to activate the once per battle ability of these guys. They're going to activate their little teleporters and they're going to now move their 6 inches through. So that means that this guy at the front is going to, he's taking his little friend with him. Magnets is going to come through and he's going to bring his little friend with him, who's going to now come into here. And all of these are going to move up into the door.
So again, let's just, while you're just doing that, we'll just whack on so you gain another 5 points.
Yeah, I've kind of given up with points now. I'm just enjoying the moment. Yeah, so we're just going to come up to there. We're actually. We are.
You're short at the moment.
Am I short in the moment?
Yeah,
so
you were just short there.
You have a look at that side, sir. I'm going to put it dead on 18 onto my model.
I'm afraid you are landing. Yeah,
I am landing short.
You are landing short, I'm afraid, sir.
I just looked at him, so there we go. Always work with someone else to realise that nothing works. So I'm going to do that. So all I've got to do then is I am not, interesting enough, I am not, if we bring this over here to see what's going on this corner here now, so here are these guys coming through. I'm not going to do any psychic because the nightmare would be, he's got 1 wound left, hasn't he?
He has got 1 wound left, yeah.
The nightmare would be that I psychic in killing him and then I don't actually get onto that objective. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to declare him for a charge.
You sure you don't want to shoot him? Go on, shoot him.
Nope. I'm going to just bypass everything and I'm going to declare for a charge because that is going to give me the movement I need to get onto the objective. And that's kind of what I need to happen. Let us give this a go. I need, hopefully not ones, is what I prefer.
If you roll 2 1s, then you fail. You tried your best, but no, you are in.
Okay, so that means that what we're going to do is we're going to use our movement here. So what do we get? We got 6. So we're going to use our movement to come around. Hopefully we've got enough. If I move that dice,
yeah.
Hopefully we've got enough movement to now get to the point where these guys will be coming around and doing this. He's going to be coming around into here, like so, like this. These guys will also be coming around. Can bring it around to that corner. And this guy's coming into here. So that means that we're going to get them in, and that means that we are going to fight. And it does mean that we're going to hold that objective.
What I am going to do in your fight phase, I'm spending 1 CP on duty before the throne, which means that when you kill him, which I'm assuming that you will, he gets to fight back on death.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
Custodes' lives are not thrown away.
Of course he would. Okay, so on to the attacks of these guys. So the interceptors have 3 attacks each, with the leader having 4. So that's going to be 15, 16 attacks. 5.
This is going to hurt.
6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. So 16 attacks. We're going to be hitting on 3s.
Okay. So what strength are you hitting me on, by the way?
So this is going to be a strength 6 weapon.
I am going to spend another CP on genetic alchemy, and I'm going to transhuman him as well.
So interesting enough, does that cost you 1 CP to transhuman? Because my Terminators cost 2 CP.
Oh no, it does cost 2.
So there you go, everybody. There you go. We've caught cheating on the channel. I'm going to see that.
I needed to double check. You spend the 2 CP because, funnily enough, if he can survive, that would be great.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then he still fights. So we'll see.
You'll see a grown man cry if he survives. I tell you. Okay.
He does get +1 to his save as well.
Of course he does. Of course he does. So here he goes, hitting on 3s.
Ooh, that's not bad.
They're 1, 2.
Not bad.
I smell blood for revenge. Okay, and then it's strength 6, but you have transhuman.
Yeah,
that means
so it's going to be
4. I'm wanting 4s.
Come on, this is where you win. This is where you win.
Okay, so we're looking at 2, 4, 6, 7 saves to make, and that would be at -2, sir.
Down to -1, because I do get +1 to my save because of my Presidium shield. So I'm saving on 3s.
Oh, for the love of God. Hey!
There you go. I'm not going to CP reroll that because there's no point in seeing if I rolled. I could die. Hey ho. But because of the amount of CP that I spent on him, he does get to hit you back, just for what it's worth.
What's his power?
He's going to be hitting on strength 6.
Okay, so we're going.
He's only got 3 attacks.
So luckily these aren't Terminators, so we're going to transhuman.
Okie dokie. So I'm hitting on 2s. So I'm going to be wounding now on 4s. Oh, only the 1 at -3, which goes up to -4 because of my shield host, because I'm assuming, because again, it doesn't specify ranged or melee. I get the +1 because they're within 9 inches. So -4 on that 1/2 damage.
Well, as a 3-up save person, I can't really do much about that, which means that I trade. I'm strange enough. I'm going to pick just not the guy in range.
Are you not going to pick the guy that would then take you over an inch away?
So I'm going to trade 1 Custodes for 1 Interceptor, and what that feels nice about is that at least I feel like I'm getting some points now. So that then ends. That then ends my turn. I can't really do much else, and so that's going to just be my turn, and we're going to go into turn 4, which is going to be Sean's in the Custodes, and that means that Sean this time, at least I've limited.
He's not getting me down to 15.
At least he's not going to hit 100. Hopefully.
So yeah, I gained 15 points because again I still hold 2 objectives that were within the power lines.
Absolutely.
So I'm still going to have those. seems like it was a bit of a waste, really. It would have been nice because if I open that door, turn 5, I'm not going to be able to get much of a charge. I'm not even going to be able to charge them. So I don't see why I did that. But hey ho, it's done. So we're going to go balls to the wall. Let's see. We're going to try and make some hero charges if we can. Can I? Is that even a chargeable distance? Well, it is. It's a 12-inch charge. But we're going to do it because why not? Why not? He is going to. He's going to go through the doorway and come in over here. These guys, they'll open the door, so we will open it just in case if Simon wants a hoedown showdown. Right, into the shooting phase. So, I haven't done my martial guitar. My martial guitar for this turn, I do have to change it into my third one, which is Callistus. Okay, so each time I advance, I roll an additional d6, discard 1, or I can, if I make a normal move or advance in my movement phase, in my following shooting, it remains stationary. So I am going to go into stance 2. So every time I make a normal move or advance in my movement phase, in my following shooting phase, I count as remaining stationary. So what that means is rapid fire. If you remain stationary, you get rapid fire. Am I right in thinking that, or am I absolutely wrong?
No, yes.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Terminator, which then gives you all the time.
Yeah, I'm not, but I am within the range there. He is within 12 inches because I made the charge. So we'll go into shooting. We'll shoot with the shield captain first because he has done absolutely nothing so far. He's got a guardian spear. He'll get rapid fire, and he is going to go into those Terminators. Might be a mistake, might not. He hits both times. He's going to be wounding on 4. He wounds twice. They're going to be at -1.
Ooh.
That's 2 damage each.
It's -1, so 1 goes through because I've got a 2-up save.
Yes, 1 goes through, takes 1 down to 1 wound. If I shoot you with my Alaris Custodian, you're going to take. Oh no, you've put it on the back. Good lad.
What's that?
Because if I shoot you and you take that front guy, I'm out of charge range.
Oh no, I'm happy. If he wants to make a 12-inch charge, he makes a 12-inch charge.
Well, I'll give it a go anyway.
You can do it.
D3 shots. Got rolling dice tray. 1 shot. Hitting on 2s. Strength 5 on this one, so 3s. Oh yeah. That will be -3, I believe.
Okay, saved it if it's -3.
It is -3.
Thank you very much.
You would have saved it anyway. You've got a 5-up in vulnerability.
Oh yes, that's true.
And then the Sterling Axe gonna have rapid fire. Both hits. Winning on 4s. No wounds. Right. Let's see if we can make the hero charge. The hero charge. He needs a 12-inch charge.
12-inch.
So I've got a reroll.
12-inch.
No, he halved it. He made the 6-inch. With the reroll, come on. Wobbity ones.
Don't this competition as well.
He fails to charge.
Yeah.
Which isn't particularly pleasant, but it is what it is. If I can, give Simon and his Grey Knights a bit of choice. Who's he going to, smite and whatnot? So I've got a couple of units that can do some damage, but we shall see. So that is going to end the turn 4 for the Adeptus Custodes. The Golden Boys, the Emperor's chosen. I think we're safe to say that they are the chosen of the Emperor today.
Absolutely. The Emperor is definitely favouring them. It was just it all came undone at turn 2 really when I lost that unit and that deep strike. Great strategy from Sean. Couldn't do anything about that. Just makes you think about whether it's worth putting that sort of unit on its own, whether you spread out or whether you keep them together. Because really I needed a counter punch to something like that to make sure
I think I had some pretty lucky dice rolls there. I certainly wasn't expecting to kill a whole unit with him.
And
I mean,
to roll the 10-inch charge and do all that sort of stuff.
I mean, absolutely, it was.
But awesome, absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it was. It's the game of dice, isn't it? It's what happens when
we love it. That's what we come here to play for. So it's still absolutely some awesome stuff, and we want it to keep going. So, like I said, the Grey Knights are just going to be a little bit annoyed now, but they are going to be wanting some revenge for what is going on.
See if we can tank a bit of psychic action. I'm not convinced that I can, but we shall see.
Yeah, so we're going to just...
Do you not want to open a door over here? I think you should open a door.
Strangely enough, I don't want to open a door, but the thing is that I do know that even if I don't open a door on this turn, your guys on the next turn are going to come round, grab this, and then they're going to come round, and let me just show on the screen. So next turn, these guys have got 6-inch movement. Have they got 6 inches?
Yeah, they've got 6
inches. They're going to move through here, stop here, open a door, then they've got a nice charge in here, which means that even if I move, we're only looking at a re-rolling 6-inch, 7-inch charge. So that's going to be a little bit painful.
The idea was there just to keep you on your toes at the back line there.
Absolutely.
But we shall see if the shield captain can save himself.
Absolutely. Okay. So we are just in range of those. So
you're going to get 10 points, though? You do gain the 10 points, so I'll put those on right now. Just so we've all got it there.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to just make some slight changes.
Yeah.
So these guys are going to come through, and we are going to try and make it so that this charge is as long as possible to try and say it right. Bring it on. So make sure I'm in within 1 inch of that one. So we're just going to make sure that that's charged. But they have come out. So they have come out. I brought them around just because they've got then line of sight from here over to here. We do have line of sight to that model, so I can smite if I want to. So we can try and take him down for revenge. And then I've got a 7-inch charge on those guys. Let us see what we do. So I'm going to go first of all and it's all happening in the middle here. So I'm going to go for, first of all, we're going to cast, or do I just now go for this? Yeah, I'm going to think of the fluff. Always about the fluff, sir. Always about the fluff. Okay. So first thing, the one which I'm going to go with, the one thing which I have to do. They can't see anybody else, so I'm going to smite from this unit of interceptors. Interceptors on this side over here. I'm going to smite over here into this guy. And let's go for it.
Just see the tip of his base.
Oh, I thought I saw a 6 and got excited. It's a 7, so we're going to roll D3 mortal wounds. Oh, it's the big 3.
Big 3.
So we're waking up now. We're waking up and we're wanting to get revenge for...
so we've got the 6 of feel no pain.
Ooh.
Oh, no, he takes the 3.
3 mortal wounds. It's tasty.
That is cheating.
That is tasty. So how many wounds does he have left, sir?
So he's got 4 left.
4 wounds left. Filth. We'll see if we can tickle him down. We like to tickle things down. And then what we're going to do is... let's go for... We're going to actually smite with our Terminators into this guy. How many wounds did you say he's got?
4.
4. So we're going to smite into this guy as well. So let's smite. It does go off on a 6.
Yeah.
So let's go for D3 mortal wounds.
You can't re-roll that one, can you?
I don't know, but I don't want to really. There you go. So go for it.
He saves it. Shrugs that one. Smite What smite? Pings off his armor.
That's pure rubbish. So what we're going to do is Librarian Man is going to cast. He's going to first of all cast Sanctuary. It goes off on a 6. Yes, it goes off. So he's going to give the Terminators a 4 up invulnerable.
Yeah.
And he's then going to cast. How many wounds does that big guy go? 4. Oh, that's fine. I'm going to cast Purifying Flame. Purifying Flame coming in does go off.
Again, just.
And that does 3 mortal wounds, sir.
Yep, all 3. Takes him down to 1.
Okay. Ooh, it's getting so exciting.
It's so exciting.
Okay, so
we can't sing any more of that due to copyright reasons.
That is very true. And because we're not very good singers.
That is also true.
Into shooting. So what we're going to do is I have got 3 Terminators which can see your shield capture back here.
Yeah.
We're going to Rooty Tooty shoot him, which means that they're going to do 4 shots each. So we're going to look for 12.
Yeah.
So we're going to, this is just desperation times. So we're going to be chucking these in. We're hitting on 3s. Ooh, I think I'm back in the lead with 1s. I'm liking that. At least I'll win something today. And then this is only strength 4, so I'm assuming I'm rolling on 5.
You are indeed, sir.
Okay, ooh, there you go. 3. 3, but no AP.
3, but no AP. So we've got a 2-up save. First one, second one.
Hey!
Oh, command point reroll the third one.
Just rude.
Coming for that. The most 1s total.
1s to 1s.
Let him down to 3 wins, please.
1s to 1s, 1s to 1s. So he's down to 3.
Down to 3.
That was not too bad. And this is where the glory plan comes into effect, because what we're going to try and do now is if you want to come into my back line, I'm going to come into yours. So you tried to charge and failed. We're now going to do a 7-inch charge.
Ooh.
Now, people will notice, I haven't changed my tide of celerity because I've been kind of needing, because I've got very few models left. I'm finding it really tough. I need to actually use my movement now to try and do something, at least so I don't look absolute rubbish.
Just for those on stream, these points that you're seeing right now are not typical of what would be a normal game. This is a very much one-off where I've ever done this, and Simon is by far a much better player than I am.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He's amazing. And to not be funny, anyone watching this video, seeing the tactics of Sean, will tell you that is not true. Definitely, I've struggled all game from some that great tactics at the start. My mistake of not putting them on objective or actually even deploying them further apart than I should. But that's part of the fun. We're all here to learn.
Absolutely.
Next time we change it. So we're going to go and say now we're going for glory. Our Sanctuary Terminators are going to charge into your guy, and we're going to love it. So this is where everyone now pray to the Emperor. Because we are the hammer, and we shall roll a 7.
Sin.
Come on! See, who needs a win when you've got rolls like that? I tell you, this is why we do it. So, okay, so that means we're going to be rolling in a 9. So he gets to come around. Let me just put this on so you can see. He gets to come around 9 inches, brings him around to the back end of this guy. He's going to come in here as well. He's going to move his 9 inches. He's going to move his 9 inches. I don't think this little guy, is going to actually make it into the combat. And what we're then going to do is we need a 9-inch charge from the Librarian. A 9-inch charge from the Librarian.
9-inch charge from the Libby Librarian.
He's going to want to make it in 2. I'm not even thinking about objectives now. I just want to get in. I want to do damage. So here we go. 9 inches from the Librarian. We are the hammer. Okay.
You might be a little bit of a tent mallet.
Right,
come on, that's a command point reroll. Naturally.
Cool, we have the command point reroll. So here we go. These are the dice. We are the hammer. And so in he goes. We are the hammer. In he goes as well. He's made his movement here. He's coming up here, and I think we can now bring in the camera.
Well, I mean, I've got 2 command points, so I could either transhuman them, or I could do what I'm going to do. And when you kill him, oh, he's certainly going to fight back, because the Custodes don't die for nothing.
Oh, by all means, you fight back, sir. You fight back. We like it. So this is where we've got it. We are going to. I think what we need to do is we're going to fight better. Definitely, my Terminators are much better fighting than my Librarian. So what we're going to do is we are going to pile in and we're going to fight with these bad boys. So I'm going to get 4 models in. We're going to keep this guy in engagement range and within 1 inch. So actually, I still keep that objective. Everyone's a winner, baby. So that means that we're now going to be fighting with these guys, and always I'm a happy man when I chuck in my Terminators. Anybody will tell you that I'm not a Space Marine player. I am much more of a Gene Stealer, Cults, and Xeno player, but I am starting to grow to like some of these, well, just the Grey Knights because of their bit of shenanigans and durability. So we're going to be fighting. So we've got 3 attacks each, which turns into so 4 of them. So that's going to be 4 times
12.
12. Thank you for the maths. 4 times 3, but
And
plus
then
1.
one's got 4,
Yeah,
so
that's
you've
gonna
got
be
16. Because there's 5 of them there.
Yes, but I've only got I've got 1.
Oh, right.
So
4, so
13.
13 is
3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 13 attacks coming in. And we're going to be hitting on 3s. Here we go. 3. So you said you're spending your ET to
so he'll fight on death. Yeah.
fight on death. Okay, so here we go. Hitting on 3s.
Because now I can't transhuman. Oh.
4 1s in there. Everybody, 4 1s.
Well, if nothing else, you've won the one off.
I'm loving it. And there's a 2.
You've got the one off.
So now remember, he's only on 1 wound. So I'm really just wanting to take 1 wound. Oh, hang on. I've made a mistake. I forgot. I've got the 4 attacks, sir. I've got a Demon Hammer. I can't not you do my Demon Hammer.
Oh, right, okay. Start again.
So what we'll do...
Start again.
What we'll do... Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever's easiest, I don't...
What we'll do is... what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, just for fairness sake, out of those ones which were successes, I'm going to take out the 4 attacks, and then I'm going to re-roll those again for the Demon Hammer. Oh, so that means that out of my successes...
Do you not want to do the Demon Hammer first? Because you could kill him with the Demon Hammer. You don't want to kill him with...
Oh, that's true.
You don't want to kill him with those.
That's true.
You've
so
got those attacks.
Demon Hammer. So this one's hitting on 4s.
Oh! Oh, that's going to hurt.
We don't, but we are the Grey Knights. We only need 1 to do it. This is strength 8.
Toughness 5.
So we want 3s.
Ooh. I've got a 4 up invulnerable save.
Okay, you're going to need it because it's minus... Oh, it's minus... it's minus 2.
4 up invulnerable save. Rolling the dice tray. Way! Takes the Demon Hammer. Okay. I'm no demon. I am from the Emperor's Golden Light.
Okay, just taps it like a little nail. So then these are the ones from the halberds which hit. So we're now looking for 3s again. Oh, I've rolled out 3s again. Yeah, so you've got 4 saves to make. These are minus 2.
4s again. I've got 1 CP for a reroll if I need it.
Ooh.
I'll spend that CP on that reroll because 1. This is where we go. He dies. Oh well. Revenge. There. But before he goes, you, and points at the librarian. Disdaining psychers.
I thought he might go for me.
So that's what we're going to do there with his Castellan axe. So he's got 4 attacks. He's hitting on 2s. He hits all the time. Got no CP, so I've got no rerolls available. Strength 8.
So my little thingy guy is
toughness 4.
Yeah, he is toughness 4.
Yeah, 2s again. 4 wounds. These are going to be at minus 3 with the additional from the Dread Host.
Ooh.
Because he's within the 9 inches. Again, please, if anyone's watching and I've absolutely messed this right up, let me know. Because that could have actually swung a game.
So that means that I'm going to be...
You're 5 up invuln.
5 up invuln. Need to get these going.
Oh. There's 2 damage each.
Okay, so we're going to command point re-roll one of those.
How many wounds he got?
He's only got 5.
So it doesn't matter, he's dead.
But I managed to feel better about myself that he saved one.
And I'm pretty sure I get some points for killing your warlord, don't I? Is that one of the mission rules, or is that a different one? I can't remember.
Because of the rule of cool, you are going to get 10 points for killing my warlord. But I feel better that he charged in and did something there. But once again, we are now on just having fun.
This is it. So, into turn 5 for the Custodes. We all know what's coming in here.
You get 15 points.
15 points, yes, sir. Thank you. So, I'm not going to have a martial guitar stance because it's only for advancing, and I've got no advancing to do. So we're going to come over. 6-inch movement's coming over here. This guy, because we've scored by points now, so it doesn't matter. He's going to come over. He's going to break that door down.
Mm-hmm.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. And these guys are going to... Ooh, can they get in there?
Have to finish within an inch of the door.
Just about coming in to there. So we've then got this unit of custodian guard. So we're going to open the door over here for the Hail Mary. We're going to go and make that long old charge if we can. We're going to open the door over here into shooting. Do you know what? I'm not going to shoot. I don't want to shoot. I want to charge. So, first things first. Let's make the easy one. The shield captain is going to charge into the Terminators. How much does he get? 3, which means he does get in, but I am going to use my reroll. I've got a reroll, so I'm going to reroll that. Everything can reroll their charge roll. 6 is a bit more like it, because then what that means is he can come all the way round, and he can just come into the back there, like thus. We are going to roll a charge for this Alaris Custodian. What are we saying, sir? Are we saying a 9 or are we saying an 8?
An 8. Yes, an 8 to that model.
An 8 to that one. 8 re-rolling again, so the maths would say it's doable, but not 100%. Ooh. No, it's a 4. Come on. Come on. Oh, rubbish. Okay. And then finally, the other charge that we're going to make is over here. And we have got, oh, it's going to be a 7. It's a bit over 6.
This is a big.
So it's a 7-inch charge here. 7 inches. Here we go. There it is on the 10.
Ouch.
On the 10 to really try and see if we can get rid of these strike squads into here. All the way. And he's going to just come round to there. See if we can take that objective back. Gutted about that custodian. I really wanted that other custodian in there. That would have been great. But hey ho, it is what it is. So here we go into the fight phase. Maybe I should have shot something, but oh well. Whoops. Because these Terminators have got a 4-up invuln.
So who are you fighting first?
So I'm going to fight with... I'm going to fight with the shield captain because he's not done a lot this game. So let's see what he can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks with his custodian spear. Right. Hitting on 2s. Oh, well, I'll use my CP that I've gained to do that. Strength. He's going to be strength 7. So he's going to be wounding on 3s this time. They all wound.
Oh my.
6 wounds. They're going to be at -4.
Okay, so
I'm not going to kill the squad. Unfortunately.
6.
Yes,
well, I'm going to be using my 4-up sanctuary.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've got a 4-up invuln coming up. Here we go.
That's not right, is it?
So how many wounds?
They're 2 damage each.
Okay, so that I've got 1-on-1 wounds. So that kills 1. That kills 2, and that puts 1 down. So I lose 2. So the one at the back was the one with with 1 wound. And then we have we'll take away. Let me just check for distance. So he can fight. So there will be a big fight when I do it. So I don't want to lose my leader. So we're going to take him away as well.
No worries.
So I'm then going to spend 2 CP to fight.
Yeah.
Because.
I have got a Misericordia. Sorry, I forgot that he's got a Misericordia. 1 extra hit. Just to see if we can do that. He does hit. He's going to be wounding on. So he's strength 5, so 3s again. He does wound. So this is just. This is going to be a -3.
Save!
Saves that one. Dice roll. I've forgotten it.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that's cool. So we're going to spend 2 CP to be fighting over here. So we're going to just move these guys to see how many we can get in. So he's going to come in there like that. And he's going to come through the door, is it? So they can. Yeah, so they're going to go. So what we got? So that's 1, 2, 3. Lost one guy.
You have lost 1 guy, yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 guys going in there. Okay, so that's going to be 3 attacks each.
Because I fought 1 death.
Yes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 1 as well. So that's going to be 13 attacks going in. So let's see if this works. I say, so hitting on 3s. We need an awful lot of luck now to do anything to this. And now they are strength 6, so we're wounding on 3s.
How much damage?
These are only 2 damage swings. So that's going to be 5 saves to make at -2.
So 4s. 1 fails, 2 damage. 1 down to 1 wound. Save. 1 dead. Save. 1 down to 1 wound. So I've got 1 dead, 2 still alive.
Oh, if I could have got rid of 2, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get rid of 2.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was just to hold that objective. I needed 2. Hey, well.
So we're gonna have 6 attacks hitting back. So 2s. Oh, goodness gracious! Catching up on the 1s.
I'm going to spend 1 CP to go into. Yes, my last CP, and I'm going to transmute.
So 4s then. 2, and these are going to be at -4.
-4.
Well, again, like I say, I'm assuming that the shield host states that if you're within 9 inches, you add +1 to your AP for your attacks. It does not. Yeah, and they're 2 damage each.
Yeah, so that kills 2 people. I do not have any save which I can stop that with.
Yeah, if I make an attack that targets an enemy within 9 inches of it, which clearly they are.
Yeah.
Then the AP of that character, so the attack is improved by 1.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. Nothing I can do.
Up to 1 CP.
You definitely got some very good units for damage dealing, don't you? It's very impressive stuff. Very impressive stuff. So he gets to move it. So he gets to move and come into here. Okay, so we are going to just be doing our fights here. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And this is going to be hitting.
So I'm going to do my once per game thing where I'm going to give him a 3-up invuln for the rest of this phase. Because this is my enhancement, my Adeptus Custodes enhancement. May be a waste, but oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
We'll give it a go anyway.
Oh, okay, so it's like 6. I've done the same thing, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
I've done the same thing and forgot my demon hammer, but we'll just put it at -2. All of them -2. It's fine.
Go. Yeah. Okay. So 3-up invuln anyway.
Ooh.
Oh, how much damage?
2.
Oh, he's down to 1 wound.
Oh!
He's dead.
Oh!
Got no CP to re-roll it. Oh, and he takes the hammer. I'm going to say that was the hammer that did it. It was the hammer fall. Hammer took him down.
There you go. See, so that takes that.
Custodes' turn 5 has been done. So moving on to that one. I can't fail morale over here because I've got a leadership of 11. Can you fail morale at all? I can't. I wouldn't imagine you could for losing 2.
Not really. So we're looking at
Leadership 8 off the top of my head.
Depends, yeah, leadership 8. So,
You've lost 2 this turn, so
yeah. So that's all good.
You have lost 3 Terminators, though.
Okay.
Oh, no, you lost 2 Terminators, so no, you
2
can't.
Terminators, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And you
So, on to the final turn. There is absolutely nothing which we can do here apart from. I wonder, with their size bases, with their size bases, could I pull a shenanigan right at last? So we're going to see what we're going to see what we can do here.
This is the 50-point play.
This is definitely not the 50-point play. But this is the let's see if we could be cool at the end play.
Absolutely.
So we're going to advance my Terminators. Oh yes, the almighty 6.
Oh, that's what you needed.
The almighty 6. So what we're going to do is they can come all the way. So these guys can come all the way right to the end of the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position this guy touching within an inch. This guy coming up, being within range, and this guy. Oh, can I do it? I can't stretch him out.
You can't stretch him out that far, can you?
I can't stretch him out. So we're just going to say stuff it. We're going to come. We don't care anymore. We're going to just say stuff it. I was going to see if I could stretch him out across the objective and smite him across the time and do all that stuff. But unfortunately, the time has come to admit defeat and just go for just some shenanigans. So we're going to, first of all, do some psychic stuff. We're going to smite with the Terminators because they're like, we'll help you. And here we go. Smiting going off. Goes off. D3 mortal wounds. It's 1 wound.
Yeah, it takes it, so he does kill one.
And then going into my the strikes. The interceptors. They're going to smite as well, needing a 6. It doesn't go off, but I'm going to use my 1 CP to re-roll that. It does go off. We're looking for D3 mortal wounds. It's 2 mortal wounds.
That'll be best facing as a 5, so no, it'll go down to 1 wound.
Okie dokie. So we're going to do that. And then I can't do any shooting. I advanced, so I can't do any shooting.
You couldn't anyway because they're in combat.
Yeah. So you are
So it's a fight phase.
So we're going to fight phase, which you fight first on.
Oh yes, I do. Oh, that's a good point. I was about to spend a CP there.
No,
I won't.
You fight first on it, and so I am needing to be very lucky. I don't think it's going to make any difference. Oh, it's making a bit of a difference.
CP reroll there. Yeah, got 2 hits.
And we're gone because it's going to be -4.
Yeah, well, I've got a wound on 3s. I do.
-4. They're dead.
2 damage each.
They're
2 off that objective.
We've gone. I'm off the objective now. I've given up the ghost. I've tried to do it. It's an absolute whitewash. I now score only 5 points from that because I'm just leaving everything on my own. I've got my 1 sticky objective. And so the game ends.
We both scored 10 points for killing the other's warlord.
Oh, okay. So there we go. So
that was.
If I'm honest, I prefer not to because now. There we go. So game ends at 80-35, an absolute drumming from the Custodes. Although actually not, when you finish off, looking at the board, only
2 Custodes left,
2 models left, but just far too late. And just 1, but however, just 3 Terminators left on the board. It's. I'm going to go away and think about this one. Sean played an absolute blinder, some great tactics, and my God, the stuff which the Custodes can do in this small sort of environment where you can't stop them from getting those charges when they're deep striking, re-rolling, and they hit that charge against anything is going to be painful.
The additional point of AP as well is AP3 bad enough because it's when you're pushing things up to AP4 in combat. And again, I'm going to have to double check and just make sure I played that right.
Oh, no, it's still, it's cool. It's cool.
That when you've taken away saves, basically you're not making saves.
No, absolutely, and yeah, and interesting, and just as like so, my basic units can't cope with that. My Terminators can just about hold on with invulns and that sort of stuff, and being a bit with 3 wounds can be a bit tougher. But like I said, you get even, and it shows you even one of your main guy.
Yeah, 4 attacks. With those
and after the fact that you're saying 4 attacks, but that is 4 attacks after you shot and re-rolled your shooting, and
double rolled the shooting on some of it,
and that's
the charge. Then your 4 attacks hitting, and he was hitting on 2s, wounded on 2s,
and that's the thing
with an AP3. Then you add 6 up saves.
Yeah, and I'm very much wondering actually, how would I stop that? The fact is that because he's going to drop down anyway. Even if I'm doing that, if you anywhere on the board, you would have deleted one of my units coming out of 9 inches and hitting that. And it's a dice game. On another day, you wouldn't roll 10 inches and blah, blah, blah. But it's just interesting to think about actually, how would I go about trying to limit that option next time. Like I said, I was worried about these guys coming through at this very, very start, so I moved around to hide to try and spring a trap. But obviously, when I think about it, that then suddenly put me 20 points and 40 points down as I suddenly came into turn.
That was the whole point of opening the door there, was to go, right, if you want to have that objective, then I'm gonna make you work for that. And the idea was I would have that custodian down where I needed him to be, just to put that pressure on.
Yeah, and that turn one was that turn one where you could open a door, put on pressure. I had to react, and then the fact is that you coming down and wiping that off. Suddenly, that was game over. Really, at the start.
With the custodian, I was never going to go after your Terminators. Quite frankly, the whole game plan for the entirety of the game was to ignore those.
Yeah.
If I could pling off some wounds with some shooting, then I'll go for that. But I wasn't aiming for it. I wanted to limit you down to 2 units, and to limit your movement. I haven't got great movement, but I have got some staying power, and I've got some pretty good killing power.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. What you want to do against Custodes, you want to hit first. But at the same time, I say hit first. But how many? Look at the units I lost from hitting first and you dying and fighting back.
Yeah.
If I can't remove you without, then the fact is we bought the same number of units.
Yes.
So if I can't hit you and survive back, basically, if every time you're taking me down, you are far more durable. So it's a very interesting one, thoroughly enjoyable game. Some awesome armies, great fluff. And I love the fact that in the end we just had fun and enjoyed it and celebrated the rolls as they came. And what's most important is I win the most number of ones. So that's all that matters in life. So thank you very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, if you did,
a really interesting one.
Hit like, hit subscribe, give us a comment, and we'll definitely be having more Boarding Actions games coming for you soon, and hopefully a 2K game in the not too distant future.
Absolutely.
And then finally, like we said, we've got our podcast. You meet the other 2 members of the Walk Ones. We've got Instagram, we've got Discord, we Twitch, we've got Facebook. Please get anything. Let us know any thoughts you have, and it's been a pleasure.
And let us know what armies you'd like to see next. We've got loads to do.
We've got all of them, really, haven't we?
We'll happily play whatever. And we're loving Boarding Actions at the moment. We will be moving on to doing some 2,000-point games soon.
Yeah.
But we're loving the Boarding Actions as we head towards 10th.
But we've got 4 Boarding Actions purely. We've got, obviously, the Custodes. We've got the Admech. We've got Chaos Space Marines. We've got Eldar, Drukhari, Harlequins, Necrons, Chaos Demons, Tau, Guard, Space Wolves. I'm probably forgetting something
basically
else. If you can think of it on
everything.
Warhammer, then we probably got it. Orcs.
And we're ready to go. So join us next time.